right, all. So happy Monday. Man, it's been an eventful Monday. You know, Mondays, meetings. We had our touch point today. We brought on a new paralegal, Mohammed. He's going to be helping us, especially as we expand to New York. New York just got a bunch of regulations. It's New York, right? So it's to be expected. We're hiring event staff. Because we have a couple of, with our IV hydration, we're going to be doing like events, we're going to be trying to do like corporate events, social events, and we're going to be doing our lunch party. And so we're going to bring in on event staff, just, you know, serving, catering, you know, just providing excellent customer service, right? And then, so we're going to see on there to see if we can get any leads. And right now, training is going well with the London team. They're just anxious to start, so gotta, you know, come up with a marketing strategy. Ooh, I gotta do the IV. I gotta do a bunch of like IV hydration stuff. Pretty much just work, right? You know, just a lot going on this week. Heading out to Philly, so y'all gonna see it. We'll do like a, you know, we'll do a Philly vlog tomorrow. Got Randy going out there. We'll do that Philly vlog. You know, meeting my uncle, you know, big Ghanaian business tycoon out there. So him and his wife, that should be good. You know, we'll do some shots around Philly, and then, you know, be back, and then just focus on the IV hydration, right? We're also closely monitoring that bill that Trump is, the spending bill, the big beautiful bill. It's going to make a couple cuts to Medicaid, and so we got to wait, you know, once they do that, then we got to wait for the states, then the states might cut it, and so got to try to be proactive, right? Try to to, you know, get ahead of that. And then right now, usually the week of 4th of July is usually, you know, slower week, right? A good chance to either take off, or just catch up with a couple of things, right, on stuff. And so that's all. Give us an update, Randy.
Several updates to give. Editing and reviewing content from the London vlog. Also delegating tasks for the week. Also have to do the pamphlet for the IV hydration, familiarize myself with the whole rundown, working with Frankie on that. Just learned how to give access to the office, so that was exciting. Also did some headshots for Nathan for his page, his landing page. So the list goes on. And I have some things in the cart and Amazon, so just waiting for Carrie Ann to confirm a few things before I press ship on that. So I should have that done latest by Wednesday, because tomorrow's gonna be busy. So those are my updates. Those are the main updates, but as always, vlogging, weekly vlog, making sure that the teams are all over, India, Nigeria, Ghana, Philippines, all working together as one. So yeah, a lot going on this week. Excited for Philly. I always love going to Philly, so can't wait.
All right, we're starting to vlog a little bit later today, but we're interviewing a potential intern, and you know, just seeing how it goes. When does your field placement start?
August 25th.
Okay. Let's see here. What school are you with?
Washington Adventist University.
Okay. All right. What town do you live in?
Frederick.
Oh.
In Clover Hill. Yeah.
Ah.
So convenient.
That's the magic words. Chris works from Frederick.
Right.
I would love to expand Frederick.
When I did my field experience, I worked with Mental Health Association of Frederick County, and I worked in their supervised visitation facility here in Frederick. So that consisted of observing visitation visits. I don't want to jump in and feel overwhelmed.
Which is a great thing. Yeah. So part-time. So okay. Yeah. So
I would kind of lean toward part-time.
I would say some of my best therapists are ones that are similar to your background, right? It's nobody want their therapist to be clinical. They want it to be human, Frederick, they're about 20 miles apart, more or less like 30 minutes apart, right? So, hey, if she's willing to do that, having another presence in Frederick, again, somebody that can do couples, you know, that can relate to her target population. Remember I said I wasn't gonna bring on any new because we got too many. We have too many starting in September. But hey, part-time is even better. Let her ease her way in there, you know, so sounds great. All right, good morning, everyone. We're on the Amtrak heading up to Philly for that business meeting. Yeah, you know, hour delay. But lunch is at 1, so we still got some time. I figure we're gonna do some shooting out there in Philly, get some shots, get some good content, work out of a cafe, kind of like how we were working out of a cafe from London, you know, cafe work. So yeah, you know, we'll check in. You wanna say something, Randy?
Philly is always a good time. Been there a few times, once by myself, once with a group of friends, once with my friend Shannon. So yeah, looking forward to it. A lot of good content to get. They're big on their art scene, so yeah, looking forward to the business meeting. Looking forward to everything. It's a nice day weather-wise, so should be a good one. We'll check in.
All right, so we made it to Philly. This is a train station, downtown Philly, man, it's nice. About to go find a cafe, or maybe even do some footage, get some things. We got lunch at 1. I don't know where the lunch is though, so we're gonna figure that out. Yeah, you know, now we're gonna give y'all some B-roll of the Philly thing. All right, thank you. So we're here with, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Janarius Mbomba. 2 years now I've been seeking the Lord. And when I started praying and seeking the Lord, one day I went to sleep and the Lord told me to go out and share this word. So I used to love to go out and drink most of the time. So when I was walking to the bar one evening actually, I heard you cannot mix prayer with beer. So eventually I started reducing going to the bar and I stopped going to the bar, I stopped drinking. So I kept seeking the Lord, praying. And then it was another night again, I went to sleep, I heard the Lord said, go share my word. I didn't want to do it. So it took me some time, I gathered a strength. And for like 1 year, 6 months now, I've been going out to share the word of the Lord. So as I've been doing that for like 6 months, when I was doing that for like 6 months, I had another encounter with the Lord. I was in the dream, I was in the dream with my sister-in-law. And I just stood on the sidewalk with her. I was telling her, the Lord is coming and there will be judgment. As I spoke, he shows up in the sky. He was sitting on the throne, all light. I could not see his face. Light was so intense. I was so excited. I pointed at him. That is Jesus. I fell on the sidewalk and started was shaking, like under anointing. I said, Laura, where is he? I said, right there. He didn't move. So I got up now. From that dream, I went back to sleep. Had another dream where I saw somebody. I was trying to tell the person that I met the Lord. I could not speak. I was struggling. Air out my words. Nothing would come out. So I kept going out and preaching the word and seeking the Lord. And then one day again, I had another encounter where he came to me in a dream. I saw him like a friend. He just came. He released himself so small like a friend. I was looking at him. I said, this is Jesus. I saw the long hair, the beard. And then he said, go and teach. walk out of the house. We stood in the middle of the road, and all of a sudden I saw buildings collapsing, like earthquakes and tremors, and I was like about to be swallowed up by the earth. But all of a sudden he raised his hand up. He said, "We'll not cross," and everything just died down. Then he just walked away. And then since then, I've just been going out and preaching the word. And then last year, around like October, he had a word from my father. After I had finished my prayers and lay down on the couch, I heard, "Jesus is coming twice. Jesus is coming twice." Like 2 times he said, "Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming." Then he said he's very angry with my dad. Give this word to my dad. So I called my dad the next day, told him that he has to arrange his life. He has to make right with the Lord. So my dad accepted, he repented, and last 2 months ago, he died. So when I told my brothers, I said, this guy, you say, yeah, you hear from the Lord, you don't believe you. But when my dad finally passed away, after he had repented, man, they were shocked at what the prophecy came to pass. So I've been doing this for like 1 year, 6 months. And I've been asking everybody, with the entire world, to seek the Lord because he's on his way. I used to hear from people that Jesus is coming, but I myself, I encounter him. And we don't know the hour, we don't know the moment. He can surprise us. And before we go to bed, make sure we are right with God every single day. Before you go to bed, repent. Don't carry any sin to the next day, because he can come to us in our sleep, and we are raptured. So we should be ready at all times. And we should let go the hatred, the bitterness, the anger, the jealousy, whatever somebody has done to you, no matter how great it is, let it go, because it is for our own benefit, it is our own good. Because we will stand before him, he's going to screen us. And God is no joke. God is full of love, but when time is up, he will not show mercy on Judgment Day. There's nothing that is too small. Even something that you do, say or do, that derail people, that makes somebody to sin, you'll be held accountable. You might put something like a blog, something on the internet that will cause somebody to sin. God will hold you accountable for that. So we make sure we analyze, we screen ourselves very well, we do like self-evaluation every single time, because God is very strict. He's no joke. And this race is not just going to church on Sunday. We have to be ambassadors. We have to go out there and preach the gospel. To our sisters and brothers, to our family members, our job site, whether representing wherever we are. We have to stand strong, because it's not easy. Because when I was always praying, I would hear the Lord say in my dream, say, "Be strong and be disciplined." We should be strong and be disciplined. It will be hard, but when we stand strong, we're going to prevail. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
All right, all. So we're here. We made it to Philly. They're actually on their way back. I just talked to the thing. They're on their way back from New Jersey. So yeah, we're here, and yeah, it's gonna be nice. Got myself a latte, oat latte, and get done some work. Order the vitamins I need to order. All right, get done some work. Working in a cafe in Philly is nice. So check in. Yeah, this is our office for today, so we're just working, just trying to get that. I gotta finally order these vitamins that I haven't ordered. I've been saying it every day, but hopefully today, right now, just take time. Yesterday I did a update on our order for the supplies. I just ordered more IV bags, right? So today, let me put in the vitamins. And yeah, let's get going. Office for the day.
nice to see you. You turning? I'm turning.
That's all.
You following me? Answer me. I'm not taking no for an answer. Answer me.
Wrapping it up here, and bird thing. We'll do that when we want to Uber. I'll give a nice wrap up, right? So, all right, all. So we had the business lunch, very, very nice. You know, talking about various things, Ghana, China, pretty much. You know, they're world travelers, right? They're actually headed to New York. They're actually headed to London, but I didn't realize that they're driving up to New York, and then they're taking a flight from New York, which is fun. And we're headed back to Baltimore, you know, all in a day's trip. I'll be home before dinner as I promised the wife, you know, I told her, looking forward to the hot meal, you know, and hopefully I still gotta order those vitamins, right? So yeah, the one thing I'm trying to figure out right now is setting a prescription. Like, do we need a specific patient? Because we're doing vitamins, we're doing vials, or how do we do it? So I gotta call the lady, the point of contact for We Care Pharmacy. Let me call her, ask her that question. And then once I do that, we can send in the order, and then we gotta send in the order for the other supplies as well. So that's the goal for today. All right, we'll check back in.
Good. How can I help you?
Good. All right, so quick question here. Frank Latte here. We set up the online account thing last week. I gave the credit card authorization. Now, when we're submitting the vitamins that we want for our IVs, do we need a patient? Because we're trying to order. Okay.
Yeah, so I think I told you this, but one patient name is good for one kit, which is good for 6 IVs.
Okay, because we were actually just trying to get the vitamins.
No, I know. That's what we sell, are the vitamins, but they are prescription. They're pharmaceutical grade. They're prescription.
Got you. So how do we do it if we want to get the vitamins like in advance, like?
You can use a couple of your nurses' names or something.
Okay.
Or any patient that you currently just have in there.
Okay.
And then just make sure you do traceability when you're actually giving it to a patient. Just make sure you write down the lot numbers for anything you give somebody so that we know exactly who got what, if something were to happen.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that thing. So I'll probably use me at first, and then we'll use other folks as well. Yeah, we're just waiting for the train right now. You know, it's 10-minute delay. Given the delays, given we had an hour delay earlier, the delays now are not too bad. So, we'll still get in a decent time. Man, it's crazy. Get in, you're back home by 6, man. That's crazy, man. You can't really beat it, Yeah, so I see what people mean by when they take trips and then they're back. Some people, that's why they take PJs, private jets. They like to go, have lunch, have dinner, then come right back. Because,